Hello everybody, hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. I know I look terrible, I look ugly, but you look beautiful and welcome back. Yes, it is crazy. At the point of me recording, it is Sunday, so things are slowly unraveling as TSM has now lost to a team like Acrew, and it seems that for some reason, despite T1 being the team that was disqualified, all of the hate out there is for a team like TSM, and that has continued after their most recent loss. A series they did not lose in because their opponent was disqualified in T1, well, it led to a lot of accusations. They were first accused, of course, of the actual accusation, that being a coach communicating to players during the game, which is not allowed. Riot Games promptly disqualifying T1, which is the right ruling. Now, even more importantly, though, there were some other accusations thrown out towards T1, and I would say almost recklessly by some players, unless you know 100%, and if you're streaming to hundreds or thousands of people and you're saying these things, well, people are going to catch them. It was actually TSM Wardell talking about T1, not only accusing them of the actual accusation where a coach talked to them mid-game, but also accusing some of the players of using VPNs to get better connections to a server location selected by the tournament organizer. And this was passed all around, not just Reddit, but also YouTube, and a lot of people took notice.
Why were you on Texas servers? Because those guys were using VPNs. They were using VPN to like make their ping higher and shit. It's disgusting. I'm like, alright. I'm like, whatever, bro. They have 2 people on 5 ping, and the ping difference is fucking lower than Chicago. Like, how does that even work? Makes no sense. This guy's like, he's using a VPN, and then they ask him, yo, what ping do you have without your VPN? And then Levi's like, why doesn't he just take it off and show us? And I'm like, yo, that's a great idea, instead of just telling us. Bro, I'm like, yo, this is so sketch. Like, this is so fucked. This is so fucked. So you guys have fucking land ping insta-killing. What did they do? They typed in Rosald when Corey missed his result.
And so I think the general premise here is being, let's say you got a couple of players who have their VPNs on, so they're pretending to, test high ping to the Texas servers, right? They're showing high ping to Texas servers, thus Riot and the TO, they're going to be like, okay, for the best equality of all teams, we are not going to choose a Texas server because a couple of the TSM guys, or T1 guys, I should say, in this fictional case, they're testing high there, so let's just choose Chicago instead. Then all of a sudden they turned their VPNs off and they had really good connection to Chicago, even better connection than they were leading off with or pretending to have. So I imagine that's the general premise here, but it is actually Nerd Street, the TO, responding to all of this and saying, hey, Wardell, that is not what happened. It's a bit of a different story. As they actually responded to that Reddit thread. It needs to be pinned, it needs to be promoted more, as we actually have NSG, Nerd Street Gaming, responding themselves to clarify T1 had shared the in-game ping of the player using exit lag beforehand on both Texas and Illinois servers because it doesn't show accurately in the lobby. Ping differential was taken on all central servers, and Texas was the best option in this situation, with TSM having 4 players between 13 and 23 ping on Illinois, and T1 having 2 players on 55 to 60 ping. TSM claimed to have packet loss on Texas, which would have prompted a server switch for map 2 since ping differential was not close enough to prompt that initially, but submitted no proof during or before the series to prompt a situation where we play one map on each server and coin flip for map or a map 3 if we went to it. The ping differential was greater than 10 ping, more fair on Texas than Illinois when compared. The VCT rules state that the server for a matchup is determined by the most equidistant server for all players with ping differential, but packet loss also plays a role in server selection if proof is presented to admins in a timely manner. So a TLDR for all the dumb people like me trying to read this, T1 did nothing wrong in terms of manipulating ping. Server selection was done according to the VCT rule set, and the most fair server was chosen for this matchup. There's not always going to be a perfect server in an online match, and we do the best possible work we can to ensure we provide a fair competitive environment for all players and teams. And I love that from Nerd Street. Typically, because they've had some issues here and there with online or even on LAN with some COVID protocols, they do respond very fast and very thoroughly, especially when you have a big light on you, T1 and TSM, probably some of the biggest accusations we've seen so far this year, and a lot of tweets and social media and players out there talking about it. It's good to respond as fast as possible to deny a pretty big accusation that Wardell was tossing out there, that T1, as he was saying, was not only communicating with a coach that they got caught for, but was also using VPNs, which is a pretty big accusation to make if you're not 100% sure of it. So it's great that Nerd Street actually did respond here. And now we have, I would say on social media, from what I've seen, the tide is really turning against TSM, especially after their loss. I mean, you even have T1 players like Steel not being afraid to vocalize. After they were the team, they got disqualified. And I'm sitting back thinking, like, are we all bad people? Like, I don't think anyone can win anymore on social media. It's just, it doesn't work. My goodness, everyone has done something wrong, so it seems. Gee, Billy Jilly. All right, till next time, do me a favor. What do y'all think about this one? T1 accused of cheating for coach communication? Yes. But using VPNs to alter server location choices by TOs? No, apparently not. That's now confirmed not to be the case by Nerd Street. Till next time, water coffee. Okay, bye.